Good. Excellent. Today's class is dedicated to Carol, Claire. So, you know Vera, obviously Tom's mom. Her cousin's just passed away of a stroke at 49. 49.
Wow.
Yeah, an accident vasculaire cérébral. 49. So today's class is dedicated to Lionel, who is a lovely chap. Yeah, my God, grab life, people. If there's someone you love, tell them you love them. Says me, who loves someone who hasn't told them he loves them. No, I have in a roundabout way. But yeah, no, yeah, good grief, tell someone. So today, anybody at home, if you could just watching this, a little prayer for Lionel, who's 49. Good God, fucking hell, 49. Lovely. Great. So let's carry on with a bit of a cleanup of things that people often mess up, things that are going to come to me, things that are similar. So this is more about the brain organizing. You go, oh yeah, that thing. And you've just got to be a little bit careful with that thing because it could be different things. So I'm going as I see people on the screen. Let's go with Carol. So Carol.
Yes.
Perhaps Luke's gonna come. Perhaps Luke's gonna come.
Peut-être Luc va venir.
Nice accent. So this is what people always assume. Peut-être is better in the middle or the end. And if it goes in the middle at the end, if it goes at the beginning, it actually needs a que. Alors peut-être que Luc va venir. Now that doesn't make it subjunctive, but it does need a que. Oh, maybe Luke's going to come. Oui, alors peut-être que Luc va venir. So there's several things to this. The first thing is this just tells us that when we say que so quickly that you guys often miss it, but we do have a que there. So Luke's going to come. Oui, Luc va peut-être venir. Luc va venir peut-être. They're both acceptable. We've also got possibilities like c'est possible que, which would be subjunctive. C'est probable que would be indicative. Carol, have we come across ça se peut que? Have we come across that one?
No.
So it can itself. It's the only way I can describe it. Ça se peut.
Ça se peut.
That can be said on its own. It's basically the same as saying c'est possible. Is Luke late? Oui, ça se peut. That is subjunctive. Ça se peut que Luke soit en retard. So could you keep your mouth closed? That sounds terrible. Could you keep your teeth closed and say to me, ça se peut que Luc soit en retard? Oui, ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
Lovely. Now your breath was gorgeous up to the en. So keep the breath going. Oui, alors ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
Ça se peut Luc soit en retard.
Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
Good. Soit en. Join.
Soit en.
If ever you got a phrase that you want to master, just go through word by word and make sure that you can blur every word. Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard. Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard. Off you go.
Ça se peut que Luc soit en retard.
That's nice. Right. I like peut-être, but just remember peut-être is better at the beginning or the end, at the middle or the end, not the beginning. Great. So say for me, perhaps the bus is late. Maybe the bus is late. No, say for me. We've done that. Say for me, maybe they've already eaten. Do it for me using peut-être, and do it for me using possible, and do it for me using ça se peut. Let me hear all three. So can I hear it for me with peut-être? Maybe they've already eaten.
Peut-être que ils ont encore mangé.
Ils ont déjà mangé, yeah.
Ils ont déjà mangé.
Yeah, or I personally would tend to go with, ouais, ils ont peut-être déjà mangé. I tend to stick it in the middle. Yeah. Lovely. Could you do it for me with ça se peut, which will give me the subjunctive? So perhaps they've already eaten.
Ça se peut. Ils aient.
Don't confuse the subjunctive. Go on. I know they're both spelt in a similar manner, but oui, donc ça se peut qu'ils aient. Off you go. Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé. Bleu. Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé.
Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé.
Copy me this time. Don't copy the words. Copy the sounds. Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé. Don't think of the words. I'll think of the words, you just think of the sounds. Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé.
Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé.
I didn't have any pauses in. This is the best game you guys can do. Don't practice listening, practice copying sounds. The brain is marvelous. Watch a child learn its first language. It can copy sound. It is phenomenal. It's the most beautiful thing in the world to watch. You even hear a language and an accent being born. Yeah, if you watch kids in other countries copying sound, you hear accents and things. Before the words are there, we're all mimics. Before we were linguists. Okay, so copy the sounds. Oui, alors ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà mangé.
Ça se peut qu'ils aient déjà
Lovely.
mangé.
Don't give a shit what the words are. Then go through and look at the words. Good. Lovely. Let's come across to Carol. Claire, let's say I am married, I got married, versus I am divorced, I divorced. So these are a little bit tricky sometimes. So Claire is untouched by man, which is why she's wearing white in her lovely, lovely photograph. But if you could just imagine, Claire, so if you just said to me, how would you say I am married?
Je suis mariée.
Lovely, nice accent. How would you say I got married?
Je me suis mariée.
Je me suis mariée, lovely. Notice
suis
Claire's
mariée.
got a bit of clever muscle memory. She's used to doing je me suis and a link on other verbs, like je me suis assise or something for a lady. Not on this one, so je me suis mariée. Good. So je suis mariée is I am married, where mariée is an adjective. Yeah. And je me suis mariée, mariée is the past participle, and je me suis is the extra using reflexive verb. Yeah. As opposed to I'm divorced, I divorced. So je suis divorcé, j'ai divorcé. Yeah. Good. Separated. Say for me, we are separated.
On est séparés.
Yeah, exactly. Versus kind of like, whether you sort of, separating two things or separating people, all of this business. So just get used to whether we're going to pop in the reflexive and all of that kind of business. Yeah. Good. Do me another one. Say to me, I am used to Luke's methods. No. For the reasons that I want for people who might not have done as much as you, could you say to me, I'm used to the situation? I'm used to the situation.
Je me suis habituée avec la situation.
Pause. Lovely muscle memory, my girl, but notice you've gone to the action one. So you've given me, I got used to the situation. Do you see what I mean? If I am used to, what's it going to be?
Je suis habituée.
That's it. Nice mouth, nice tight teeth and tight and super push chest. Perfect. So notice how similar they are. Je suis habitué à la situation versus je me suis habitué à la situation, which converts it into an action rather than a status. Yeah. Notice both of them, Claire, can be used with an E, like because the a in both of them can then go to, yeah. So could you please say to me, I got used to it, which is the action, not the status. So I'm going to need the auxiliary verb. I got used to it.
Je m'y suis, sorry.
Yes.
Je me suis
well done.
habituée.
Well done. Your brain knows it. Your mouth needs to keep closed. I hate saying that, but you know what I mean. Your teeth need to stay together and blow through. Je m'y suis habitué. Well done.
Je me suis habituée.
Lovely. Sometimes, if your mouth just doesn't do it, just do it again. It's like my mouth completely knows it. My brain completely knows it. Sorry, my mouth hasn't said it. Right. I'm used to it. Je suis habitué. You can use that in the present tense as well. Also, on that one, j'ai l'habitude. Let's not forget as well, yeah? J'ai l'habitude. All right? J'ai l'habitude de le faire. Good. I'll deal with the classic I'm looking forward to it, I'm excited in a minute. That's a bit, actually, no, let's just go straight in. So Nathan, I'm looking forward to seeing Luke in person. I'm looking forward to seeing Luke in person. It'll be desperately disappointing, let me tell you that right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing Luke in person.
J'ai hâte de voir Luc tête à tête.
en personne might be slightly more normal, but yeah. Yeah. It says j'ai hâte de voir Luc en personne. Lovely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
J'ai en hâte.
Where would the on go anyway? Not that it does, but where would the on go?
J'en ai hâte.
Great. And it doesn't go there. On that expression, we just say j'ai hâte. Oh, j'ai trop hâte. Yeah, we don't say whatever. What is I'm looking forward to it if we were on about an event? I'm looking forward to it like an event. It's Luke's annual BDSM Halloween party. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know.
Interesting, the people who smiled and laughed first, Roscoe and Carol. Off you go. So I can see those who've had a sheltered and a less sheltered existence. Off you go. So off you go. Lovely. Off you go. So I'm looking forward to it if we're talking about an event with no verb. So you can say j'ai hâte on its own, but je l'attends avec impatience. I'm waiting for it with impatience. Yes?
J'ai hâte
So in
avec
other words, if you had a thing, like I'm looking forward to Christmas, I'm looking forward to Besançon 2024. Just fingers bloody crossed, no COVID. So 2023. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the holiday. I'm looking forward to the language trip. J'attends, whatever, avec impatience. You can say j'ai hâte, full stop, but we would need to know what you're on about. Are you looking forward to the language trip? Yes, j'ai hâte. Are you looking forward to the to going on the language trip? Oui, j'ai hâte de partir. I can use the j'ai hâte plus a verb, but I can't use j'ai hâte going into a noun. Now, let's be very, very, very clear. There are many expressions we'd have that you can go into a noun. J'ai peur de faire quelque chose. J'ai peur de toi. J'ai peur des araignées. J'ai peur de whatever. You can use j'ai besoin de la crème. J'ai besoin de. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can use j'ai expressions with other expressions. That sounded wrong. Expressions with other. Last week, Maggie kept fucking up the pronunciation of sion, assion. So she kept saying assion. And I said, it's just like ass. It's just like an ass. Assion. And then I said, if you say ash one more time, to remind you, I will show you my bare ass. And I did. And every single time she said, ash, I got my ass cheeks out on camera. That video is available at the price of all the podcasts put together for anybody interested. So basically, but the fact is, yeah, that felt weird. So in other words, oui, je l'attends avec impatience. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now, stay with me, Nathan. What is I'm excited? What would be I'm excited? Similar idea. So we can say j'ai hâte. Anything else?
Je suis ravi.
That means I'm really happy. Ouais, je suis ravi, de le faire. Talk to me about excité. What do we know about excité?
Is it reflexive?
It can be. Ne t'excite pas. That is a way that you could use it. So what do you think? You've obviously not come across the problem. What's the problem that people always like to quote? Anybody else in the group heard it? What's the problem people always like to quote to the learner when you use excité in French? Any ideas?
So that it means horny is like the cliche, but
That's exactly right. What does horny mean? I don't understand. What does horny mean?
it means that you want to have sexual relations.
I'm fucking with you. I just fucking with you. Of course I know that. Jesus fucking Christ. My libido is the only thing I've got left. So the fact is, that's the curse. So the fact is, if you so here are some ways out of that. Firstly, we just don't use the word excited as much as we do in Anglophile in Anglophone culture. I don't mean we don't get excited about stuff, but it's just not the word that we go to. So we go to like j'ai hâte or oh, j'attends avec impatience. Secondly, if you pop a tout before it, oh, je suis tout excité. I'm all excited. That doesn't mean sexual. S'exciter, no joke on sex. So I could say to Tom, who's 15, and the ladies have met, Tom, calme-toi, ne t'excite pas. That means don't physically get worked up. That has nothing to do with libido or hormones or arousal or erections or anything like that at all. Nothing at all. Okay. Excité on its own would be more likely to be that. Yeah. But je suis tout excité. But if you just want to get out of that, just use if a person's very excited, je suis très enthousiaste. Enthusiast, yeah, enthusiastic. Can you all just say that word for me? Enthusiast.
Enthusiast.
Yes.
Lovely. All right. Good. So that's a bit more clarification there. Right. Let's talk pain. We've done this one before. Roscoe, I'm in pain.
J'ai mal.
Great. I have difficulty doing it.
J'ai mal de le faire.
No, j'ai du
du
mal
mal.
à le faire. All right. So this is the problem. I do love it when people screw up when I want them to screw up. It's so perfect for my nefarious purposes. So why is this going to happen? You've got have with both, and you've got mal with both. Okay. So say for me, I have difficulty doing it. J'ai du mal à le faire.
J'ai du mal à le faire.
Now, can you make it more discreet? J'ai du mal à le faire.
J'ai du mal à le faire.
Great. J'ai du mal would also be fine. I wanted to open it without you, but I couldn't manage it. Alors, je voulais l'ouvrir sans toi, ou j'ai voulu l'ouvrir sans toi, mais j'ai eu du mal. Yeah, you can stop there. Yeah. Lovely. Okay. As a general term, make sure that you spread the net wide. J'aurais eu du mal. J'aurais eu. Try the tenses. C'est bizarre qu'il ait du mal and all of this business. Lovely. All right. As per my video the other day, how do you say you're hurting me? Stop, you're hurting me.
I've gone blank. No.
Stop, you're hurting me. Or as Claire says, stop, you're hurting me. Let me film it for my OnlyFans. So, arrête, tu me fais mal. Yeah, tu me fais mal. So the delivery verb of certain nouns is interesting. J'ai peur. Oh, putain, ça m'a fait peur. Yeah? Yeah. J'ai envie. Oh, putain, ça donne envie. That makes you want to do it. Look at the delivery verb. Yeah. J'ai peur, ça m'a fait peur. J'ai mal, ça m'a fait mal. Arrête, tu me fais mal. Stop, you're hurting me.
Arrête, tu me fais mal.
Lovely. No, arrête, tu me fais mal. If we can't say it, blur, we can't say it.
Arrête, tu me fais mal.
Lovely. Tu. Good. All right. Lovely. Mal and mauvais are also worth a look at. I'm not going to go over this in this class. It's absolutely the video that I've pinned underneath the recent video when I'm in a dressing gown going, I don't feel very well. Because c'est bien versus c'est bon is a list of shit you guys need to learn. The only thing I would say in this group is if you've got a bien, let's look at better. All right. So let's just go to Tom and clean up better, and then we can all have a normal speak and we're good to go with just a normal translation. So my warning would be that better and best are the same words in English with both adjectives and adverbs. So Luke's French is good, Jesus's French is better, God's French is the best. Luke speaks well, Jesus speaks better, God speaks the best. Notice those comparative equative superlatives are the same words in English. Yeah, okay, and we have to be careful with that because we very much have two camps. So say for me, Tom, how do you say he speaks well? Tom, you sound missing, fella. You sound missing.
Sorry. Il parle bien.
Lovely. Can we pop il parle bien? Can we get the twang in the right place? Il parle bien.
Il parle bien.
Good. So say for me, Luke feels ill. Say Luke feels ill. In English, just say Luke feels ill.
Luke feels ill.
Right. Your first ill sounded ostensibly exactly the same as that. So if your word in French sounds like I could use it in English, it's what language? English. All right. Il. Every word has a twang, and all you've got to do is go between the twangs. You know, il parle bien. Ouais, il parle bien. Good. Say for me, Luke speaks better.
Luke parle mieux.
Mieux. Luke parle mieux.
Mieux.
Fly around these vowels. Luke parle mieux. Keep your mouth small and you better fly around them. Luke parle mieux.
Luke parle mieux.
Parle. Parle, not parle. Parle is a parlor. Yeah? Parle. Parle. Go higher. Pa. Luke parle mieux.
Luke parle mieux.
Higher. Pa.
Parle. Sorry.
That's it.
Luke
Parle.
parle mieux.
Luke parle mieux.
Luke parle mieux.
What's the vowel journey of Luke parle mieux?
Up on the A and then down.
No. Do it for me. I mean, literally, let me hear it. The vowel journey is when you go through the same sentence with just the vowels. What's the vowel journey of Luke parle mieux?
Who are you? Is that what you mean?
Vowel journey. We've done it from week 1. Luke parle mieux. U-A-U. Let me hear it.
Who are you? Who are you?
No. Practice your vowel journeys, ladies, because seriously, it will make your listening phenomenal. Do me these vowel journeys. Chateau. Tom. Chateau. Give me the vowel journey.
Oh.
But this is my point. A vowel journey has got to be a line. We don't go chateau. So what's it going to be in French? Ow. So quick reminder of technique. We want to be sliding between the vowels. The point at which the vowels go from one place to the next is just as important as the vowels themselves. We don't hide the handover. It's a movement of vibration around the place, and it's the way of speaking that you need to preserve as and when you then pop consonants back into it. If you pop consonants back into it, sometimes you won't. So if I say chateau, we go ow. So then, right, here's what you guys think French is. Chateau. Here's the vowel journey. Oh, here's where French actually is. Chateau. It's closer to the vowel journey than what you think. What's the vowel journey of ouvrir?
Ooh.
Lovely. Now, what your brain is doing right now is becoming French. The physical change that your brain is undergoing and listening to that is the best freaking shit you'll get this side of Christmas. That is completely what you need to do. I'd also add this little exercise. This is a new one, Carol and Claire. Go to the alphabet, go consonant by consonant. Roscoe, no, you've only learned it as far as M, but if you focus on getting to Z before, next, we'll be good. So, travel through the alphabet and just get your brain used to hearing the small version of all the vowels, other consonants, pardon me, because you ain't ever going to hear vouloir, venir. Train your ears to hear small consonants. That's a good thing as well. So a French word is basically a vowel journey with some very freaking small consonants on it. Yeah. So you really literally want to get this good. I decided to come. J'ai décidé de venir. You tell me if I miss a vowel. I'm introducing you to my friends Carol and Claire. Alors, je vous présente mes amis Carole et Claire. Practice that shit. And then when someone goes, oui, alors je vous présente mes amis Carole et Claire, you are safe as houses, people. Yeah, that'll sort you out for advanced listening. Right. So good. So say for me, Matthew speaks the best. What would be Matthew speaks the best?
Matthew parle mieux.
No. Right.
We've lost it again.
We've lost it again. Why have we lost it? Because step 1, divide into bien and bon. Bien, right, here's how it works. Bien is generally good. Now, if you're American, I'm about to be very insulting to some of you. We have no reason to be saying I slept good. Yeah? Or he speaks, or he speaks real bad. No, I know there are, and there's absolutely, there are Americans of huge intellect that I teach who try to tell me that is acceptable common parlance in the States. No, it isn't. Our lovely friend of the group, Susan Monroe, she fucking teaches or taught, education. It's not, there is not one state in America where I slept good is acceptable grammar. So that we don't allow, all right? So in other words, the general ruling is, apart from c'est bien and c'est bon, if you are discussing a noun situation, you'll be with the bon, like un bon accent. And if you're talking about the verb, most of the time, il parle bien. Now, this is a visual tool. I don't give out many visual tools, but if you think B-I-E-N, mieux is M-I-E-U-X. So if you're in anything to do with bien, one up is mieux, and one up again is le mieux. Tom, does bien have a gender? Does bien have a gender?
No.
So mieux cannot have a gender. So if I say Claire speaks the best, how would I say Carol speak? How would I say Claire speaks the best?
Claire parle le mieux.
Le mieux, even though she's a
Or le
lady.
mieux? Le mieux.
That's the point. Even though it's a lady, because there's no way around it. Yeah, there's no way around it. There's no. It does bien have a plurality? No. So ils parlent le mieux. They speak the best. Le mieux. All right. If I said to good, what's the word for good?
Bon.
Great. So bon or bonne, feminine, or bon, B-O-N-S, or bonne, B-O-N-N-E-S. So does bon have a gender and a plurality? Yes. Therefore, meilleur has a gender and a plurality. So, for example, if you said the coffee's better, would you say the coffee? No, don't get me onto bien and bon with other contexts for the moment. But what we're going to go with, okay, say for me, his French is good. Son français, is it son français est bien or son français est bon?
Son français,
I don't want to confuse you because we're coming up with the problems here, which I've actually just realised. But what I'm saying is, if I said he has a good accent, would I say il a un bien accent, il a un bon accent?
Elle a un bon accent.
So that was nice twanging. So if I said his level's better or his accent's better, am I going to say son accent est meilleur or son accent est mieux?
Meilleur.
Because it's bon accent. Yeah, all right. And the best, le meilleur, their accents are the best, les meilleurs, yeah, with all the different spellings. So be mindful of that. So likewise, if you go away and learn c'est bien versus c'est bon, which does have different usages, something physically like a sensation, a massage, food, soup, whatever. Ooh, cake, it's good, bon. General opinion, ouais, c'est bien. Moral approval. Claire says, I've done lots of homework this week. C'est bien, ma Claire. Good. That's going to be divided into bon and bien. And there's a perfectly good video on this. So just type, whenever I give you guys a search term, just type logic, language learning, space, and then that search term. Right? Good. Off you go. So now let's just do some normal sentences. Now we've done a little bit of revision on 5 messy, uppy things. Let's go back to the top. So, Carol, say for me, Luke, it's always a good idea to start with this kind of thing. It's always a good idea to start with this kind of thing.
Luke, c'est toujours une bonne idée de faire ce genre de choses.
To start with this kind of thing.
De commencer avec ce genre de choses.
Good. Now, I don't need you to go any faster. I just need you to keep the previous word alive. Luc, my name is Luc, if you're speaking in French. Toujours, O-U-O-U, not toujours, which is you swear. I can't stand swearing, as you know. So, Luc, c'est toujours une bonne idée de commencer avec ce genre de choses. If you needed a pause, Luc, c'est toujours une bonne idée. Fine, but just link, all link. Previous word going, go.
Luc, c'est toujours
No,
bonne
Luc is included. Luc, c'est toujours une bonne idée. Keep it going. Right. If you think when we did the vowel journey a moment ago with Tom, I was saying how what makes French French is the sliding from one vowel to the next. So if you prematurely end the one vowel, you're never, ever going to slide into it. You're never, ever going to slide into a vowel from the previous vowel. C'est ça, je me dis, Luc, c'est toujours une bonne idée de commencer avec ce genre de choses.
Luc, c'est toujours une bonne idée de commencer avec ce genre de choses.
Good. Be careful, guys, that all your French needs to be taking place above your chin or below your collarbone. There's nothing between the collarbone and the neck. Ce or cette. Yeah. Ce genre de choses. Non, ce genre de choses. Bonne idée. No. Un. Above the chin or below the collarbone, nothing in the middle. Notice that English loves between the collarbone and the chin. That's mostly where English resides. All right. Good. Lovely. Carol has done one. Claire has done. No, Claire's just about to go. I forget because she's got a little picture. Luke, you should start.
Has
with
Roscoe
me.
missed out on a turn?
No, because we're going round. She'd do anything rather than bloody work that one. My God.
Sorry.
My God.
Didn't want him to miss out.
He hasn't missed out on shit. We're going round in a sentence. We've done the problematic things, such as yourself. So off you go. So say to me, I don't want to do it. I want Roscoe to do it instead. I don't want to do it. I want Roscoe to do it instead.
Je ne veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe.
Don't talk about it.
Okay.
Stay in the
Oh.
previous word, ladies, and sit on the previous word. Je veux sit on the previous word. Take your time. There's no problem. Go again. Don't talk about it. Just stay in it. Go.
Je ne veux pas de le faire, mais.
Stand still.
je
Stand
veux.
still.
Ouais.
Say for me, I want to shoot someone, but no, let's say I want to eat. Say for me, I want to eat.
Je veux manger.
Lovely. For some reason, when you all adopt a professional rhythm in French, you all want to say je veux pas with a de. There are plenty of muscle memories where we go pas de, not with a verb. Pas de is a great muscle memory. Oui, alors j'ai pas d'argent, j'ai pas d'amis, j'ai pas. Enfin, pas de is a great muscle memory. Not with a verb. Oui, je veux pas, straight into the verb. So for me, I don't want to do it. I want Roscoe to do it.
Je ne veux pas de. Do it again. Je ne veux pas le faire.
But
je
it's a
veux-
mistake. But what does it show me? It shows me we have a muscle memory. I can't get someone to fluent if they haven't got a muscle memory. You have to feed that beast. So that's well done. Off you go. So je veux pas le faire.
Je ne veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe de le faire.
No, sorry. I didn't mean that. I meant with a closed fist. I want is followed by what? I
Oh,
want that is
subjunctive.
followed by what?
Subjunctive.
I should bloody well think so, madam. And what is the bloody subjunctive of faire?
Face.
Thank you. I want Roscoe to do it.
Je veux que Roscoe fasse de le. Non,
Do it.
de le faire.
Do it. I need an it in there. I need an it in there. Je veux que
Okay.
Roscoe.
Le fasse.
Go again, all the way through the beginning. We don't just do little end bit corrections.
Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Put them both together. Je veux pas le faire, je veux que Roscoe le fasse. Mouth closed, take your time, slow but blurred.
Pardon. Je ne
Pause,
veux
pause,
pas.
pause. Once
le
you,
faire.
once you start your chest can't stop. No one's rushing you. No one's rushing you, Claire Bay. You can go, oui, je veux. You take your time, my darling. Take your time. There's no rush onto the next word, but you don't stop sound. Off you go. I don't want to do it. I want Roscoe to do it.
Do we skip the ne in the verb? Sorry. Je ne veux pas or just veux. Je veux pas.
I don't particularly bother unless I'm writing or speaking in a correct place, but it's fine already. So oui, je veux pas le faire. That's fine. If you say it, just don't dwell on it. Oui, je ne veux pas le faire. Why don't I want you guys to do it? Because I want you to master all kinds of phrasal verbs where there's other pronouns. And I find right now it's a little bit tricky for you to get those in as well as the no. But it's fine. Oui, je veux pas le faire. Gone, je veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Je veux pas le faire parce que je.
No, don't put
je
Pasco in.
veux.
No,
Don't.
je veux pas le faire, je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Je veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Good. You can do je veux pas le faire. You can do je veux que Roscoe le fasse. Put them together. Oui, je veux pas le faire, je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Je veux pas le faire. Je veux. Sorry.
Don't say sorry. You're learning something new in the mouth. We've all been there. Je veux pas le faire, je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Je veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Now, when you start, put your hand on your chest, and I don't want the vibration to cease until we get to the end. Je veux pas le faire, je veux que Roscoe le fasse. Mouth closed, give me some chest.
Je veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
Keep going until I've got all the way through with your hand on your chest.
Je veux pas le faire. Je veux que Roscoe le fasse.
There we go. Now that is a muscle memory that will stick. All right, good. Claire's done, Carol's done. Coming in my diagonal order is then Nathan. I like this method, Luke. I'm going to make use of it. The one with the hand. I like this method, Luke. I'm going to make use of it. Nathan.
J'aime cette méthode, Luc. Je vais l'utiliser.
That was a cheat. Make use of it rather than use it. But it was good French, but make use of it. What's the verb to make use of?
Faire l'utilisation.
Se servir de. Se
Se servir.
servir de. So what is I'm going to make use of it? Have a little go. I'm going to make use of it.
Je m'en sers.
Stand still. I'm going to make use of it. We need to be able to do clever verbs in the infinitive. It's actually easier, isn't it? I'm going to make use of it.
Je vais m'en servir.
Lovely. Servir appear. Oui, je vais m'en servir.
Oui, je vais m'en servir.
Lovely. Now put it together. Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en servir.
Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais
No pause. Hand on the chest. Anybody can do individual sentences. This is what gets you good, and this is what gets your listening stronger. Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en servir.
Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en servir.
Keep going so we can do it faster. Now, I admit we can't wait on method. Method. If you needed a little pause, we just drag out méthode. Je vais m'en servir. That's what we would do if we just needed a bit of thinking. Oui, Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en servir.
Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode.
Bien ou bien? Bien ou bien?
Bien. Luc, j'aime bien cette...
What? Don't stop the magic. J'aime bien. All we do in French is slide from one vowel to the next. Even if we didn't say a word, we'd just say which is not ideal. It's better to stick with words. Oui, je vais. We still keep it going. Up you go. Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en servir.
Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode. Je vais m'en
Silence.
servir.
You're stopping your diaphragmatic vibration. Can you not hear it? This is a version with no stopping. J'aime bien cette méthode, je vais m'en servir. This is your version. J'aime bien cette méthode, je vais m'en servir. I don't want to pause in the middle. I don't want to pause in anything you guys ever do, ever. Come.
Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode, je vais m'en
Bien,
servir.
not bien. Bien, not bien.
Bien.
Pause. Vibrate. Bien. Put your fingers on your
Bien.
nose. Bien. No,
Bien.
go bien. Bien is on the mouth. Go bien up on the nose. J'aime bien
Bien.
cette méthode, je
Bien.
vais m'en servir. Go.
Bien. Luc, j'aime bien cette méthode, je vais m'en servir.
Lovely. Thank you for saying servir, not servir, though. That was good. Lovely. Excellent. Your image is stuck with your finger on your nose, but you have a nice nose, so relax. Good. Your image is a bit stuck, though. If you could perhaps turn the camera on and off, I'm not sure. Lovely. Roscoe. The method I didn't mean for him to go. I just meant for him to turn the camera on and off. He's back. Good. the method I made use of helped me a lot. The method I made use of helped me a lot.
La méthode que...
Stand still so I can strike you. Closed fist or open fist, your choice. If I'm using a verb that uses de and I'm reversing it, God, to think I feel ill and fluey and I turned up because I didn't want my girls getting up in Australia for no reason. For this, what do I do when a bloody de word gets reversed, Roscoe? What happens in a de phrase when I reverse it? What happens to it? What does de become in reversal of that?
On.
A reversal, fool. Not a replacement. What does it become?
A reversal.
Say for me, I need the cream. You will. It'll need to be It'll need to be not euthanizing. It'll need to be anesthetic. Say for me, I need the cream.
J'ai besoin de la crème.
Nice. Now say the cream I need.
La crème dont j'ai besoin.
I should bloody well think so. Now say I need it. Using besoin still. Notice we're using besoin, people. We're not using il me faut for the moment. I prefer il me faut for thing, but for this purposes, we're using besoin. So we've just said j'ai besoin de la crème dont j'ai besoin. What's I need it?
J'en ai besoin.
Thank you. So look at me. Verb, j'ai besoin. Thing, cream, j'ai besoin de la crème. Reversal means we keep both parts in full. La crème in full, dont j'ai besoin. Side note, if you're using de to mean from, it would need to be Auntie Lukey's 5-point star of de qui, duquel, de laquelle, desquels. But that's when it's the word from. So in other words, don't bloody mix this shit up. So if I've said se servir de, yeah, se servir de, the method. If I'm saying the method I'm, making use of, am I replacing my de word or am I swapping it round? Which one is that going on?
Swapping it round.
Good man. Because you can hear la méthode in full. That's the point. That's the point. Get on top of that shit, bitches. I swear to God. Good God. I've given you them before. God, do I have the physical energy for this? Fucking hell. Brace yourself. I've told you this. We've literally been over this, people. Subject, object, object, subject, object, pronoun, question what, non-question what. 3 times, once with normal verbs, once with de, and once with a. Oh, fuck me. Here we go. Je mange le gâteau. Le gâteau que je mange, je le mange. Tu sais ce que je mange. Qu'est-ce que je mange? Ou je mange quoi? With the de. Je parle de la situation dont je parle, j'en parle, tu sais ce dont je parle, je parle de quoi? Question. Ou de quoi je parle? With an a. Je pense à la situation à laquelle je pense, although it could be à qui, auquel, if it was a masculine thing, or a human. J'y pense, tu sais ce à quoi je pense, or je pense à quoi? Any of those 15 don't make sense to you, bloody keep watching the videos. Bored face. Off you go. So say to me, the method I'm making use of is efficient. Let's say that. The method I'm making use of is efficient.
La méthode dont je m'en servir.
Pause. Present tense, I'm making use of. You were right before I'm going to make use of, but I've changed it to I'm making use of to check tenses. What's I'm making use of? Je m'en
sers.
Good man. Well done for saying sers. Is efficient, but why are we stopping? Je m'en sers. Keep it going. Is efficient.
La méthode dont je m'en sers est efficace.
Lovely. Now, apart from that last little bit at the end, the chest action was very good. Don't stress relative pronouns. One of the reasons you guys don't hear them is because we don't say them that quickly. Avec laquelle, qui que ton, we just don't stress them. We do them though. Lui, alors, la méthode dont je me sers est très efficace. Go on.
La méthode.
No, look at Auntie Lukey. I've talked about this before and I've done this video with people before. Red sentences use de, blue sentences use a, green sentences use nothing. When you reverse a green, you want to use a que. Que is the one your mouth will want. The green sentences, the direct normal sentences, are the ones that your mouth prefers. You all want to use le la le. You always want to use ce que. You all want to use que. Not the choice. You all want to use qu'est-ce que. They're the favorites. What are you thinking of? Qu'est-ce que? No. Tu penses à quoi? You know, you always want to, oh, I need it. Je l'ai. No, j'en ai besoin. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Je sais ce que. No, ce dont tu parles. You always want to use the le, la, le, que, ce que, family favorites, not for de and a verbs or any of the prepositional verb, right? Good. So one more time for me. La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace. La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace.
La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace.
All the way through. La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace. Mouth closed.
La méthode dont je me
All
sers.
the way through. Faster chest. Put your hand on your chest. La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace. Smaller mouth, push through.
La méthode dont je me sers est très
No,
efficace.
no. You're making good consonants, but I don't need them. Oui, alors la méthode dont je me oui, la méthode dont je me sers. La méthode dont je me sers est très efficace. Smaller T. Imagine you tickling somebody. Oui, la méthode dont je me sers. You go, la méthode. You're saying it for me. Don't say it for me, Ross. Just say oui, la méthode dont je me sers. Keep your mouth smaller.
Oui, la méthode dont je me sers est très efficace.
Lovely, but you've got to push off the chest a bit more. Smaller mouth still. Smaller mouth still. Good. Tom? I like your beanie. The one you chose is the one I was talking about. I like your beanie. The one you chose is the one I was talking about.
J'aime ton beanie. C'est que
Bonnet.
toi-
Bonnet. Go with
Bon-
bonnet. Just go with bonnet. Yeah.
Bonnet. J'aime ton bonnet. C'est que tu as choisi.
And still. Ce que tu as choisi is what you chose.
Mhm.
So it's not wrong French, but the one you chose is going to be what?
I don't know. That's why I tried
Right.
to get away with.
I'm going to go
Right.
for a wee, and when I get back, I'm going to ask you all to talk to me about the C words, my favourite C words. So I suggest you have a little conversation amongst yourselves for about 2 minutes. I might grab a cup of tea, during which you talk to yourselves about C words, also known as demonstratives, either in the presence of a noun, this boy, or without the presence of a noun, this one. And I'd like you to think about those compared to other words which begin with C, like what you're doing, what order this business, which are not the same creature at all. I'll be right back. I strongly suggest you get this out loud because who knows which one of you is going to be asked. Have a little chitsy chatsy. Talk to me about C words, this one, that one, these ones. Have a little chatsy chatsy. I'll be right back.
Is it
Is it just say set or
Sorry,
and set and say?
I've got no idea. Does
yeah, I
anyone-
think it's that Louis is
Oh, is it? Oh no, it's
already. Isn't
Et
it?
celui-là,
Ce sont.
Still-
Oh, is it
still
Sarah? Oh, I get so confused with this. I feel always. It's always just this fog. Like
I thought the one was Laquelle.
I just thought that's.
Mm,
Isn't that the one? No.
I thought that was.
yeah, I think
Wait.
so.
So we're talking
which?
this one. So set.
So this one is. I think this one is Ceci.
Celui-ci and celui-là. There is this one here and that one there.
This one was Ceci là, and that one is. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's sort of like celui-ci, which is the one that's here. Celui-là is the one that's over
Yeah.
there.
there. Yeah.
So it's pointing.
Right. Because it's ici and là is the. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not.
And you can all have Yeah, I don't know. Now you can have celle-ci and celle-là as well. Oh, there's so many choices.
We've demystified it.
I can remember all of them now, but I'm no closer to figuring out. No, Claire, you're right. Like,
What was the sentence? J'aime ton
the one.
bonnet.
J'aime ton bonnet. The one to l'as choisi. I can't remember the rest, but it's it's not ce que, which is like what. Celui. Is it ce dont? That's another one. Nathan, have you got any idea?
I don't know. I would have gone with celui, but I don't know why. So I can't tell you that that's right. I don't know.
What was the English again? Give it to me in English. And just
It was I like your beanie, the one that I have, or the one you have chosen, or something. I think. So it's not like this one or that one, which is what I thought. Like, celui.
I think it's the one you said, Claire, lequel.
Yeah, I would have gone with lequel. Or tombe,
Is it-
yeah, lequel. Because you can have lequel, and lequel. Oh God. It's very confusing.
Yeah, that sounds right to me too, but
But do you not need a object
said
straight
C.
before lequel?
J'aime ton bonnet. I like the one. If you're
J'aime-
talking about the one, that to me would mean you'd have lequel, but
I feel like you
if
could
he said
say,
it's a C.
I feel like you could say j'aime le beanie lequel tu as choisi.
Right.
Uh,
We're back. Well, as Elton John sings, the bitch is back. Ding, 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 ding. Right, so for this lesson, you're going to need the very, 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 very technical words. This is a little bit highbrow, I apologise. Pointy word, linky word. Would you repeat that after me?
Pointy word, linky word.
Keyword.
Well done, Carol, the listener. You can see he's done one-on-one classes, can't you? Linguists, listen. So, if we are using our finger or our mind in French to indicate which noun, so there are plenty of times in French and language, but we're learning French, where we don't mention the noun in full. So let's say Tom's leg. Okay, Tom's leg. Oh, I'm sorry, I just stood on it. Okay, you know, Tom's legs. I saw them. You know, which socks are you going to wear tomorrow, Luke? The white ones. You know, there's times where we completely get rid of the noun. There's all kinds of times where we get rid of the noun. The pen with which is referring to the noun again. We're not saying the word pen again. So we need to work out which time we're referring to the noun and in which way. So we could even have a bland, more neutral. I know what Carol's thinking of. Carol could be thinking very specifically about a noun, you know, but I know the one Carol is thinking about. So let's just quickly talk the differences. C words. Who's going to give me the C words for if I say this boy, this girl? And the only reason I'm using that is just not because they're human, but just because there's an obvious gender after them. Apologies for people that question the gender of this if you find this offensive. So, Carol, would you please say for me this boy?
Ce garçon.
This girl.
Cette fille.
Nice twang, my love. Claire, could you say for me these children?
Ces enfants.
Nice accent. And would you give me these people?
Ces personnes. C'est
Good.
C'est peuple.
Would you give me the difficult one? Claire, would you say for me, this man?
Cet homme.
Great. So they are your demonstrative adjectives, called demonstrative adjectives because they accompany a noun. And people always think adjective is like happy or handsome. Carol and Claire are beautiful. Yeah, the boys are handsome. You think it's like a noun accompanying thing. This boy is a demonstrative adjective. Yeah. I want you to think of it as a differentiator. This boy as opposed to that boy. Yeah. We can add subtle things in French on like ce garçon-là, ce garçon-ci, and all of this business, but don't worry about that. If I then talked about a noun, so I'm talking about a noun with a gender, but I'm not saying the noun, but I'm still pointing to it. This one, that one, those ones, these ones. Talking still about nouns. So I'm still going to need 4 words. Nathan, if I'm talking about a masculine one, this word can't be used on its own in French, but just for the moment now, how would you say this one if I was talking about something masculine?
Ceci.
No. This is my point. Those are different. Ça, ceci, and cela don't need to be gendered. They can't be people. They can be simple concepts rather than nouns. Luke is jumping up and down with no clothes on. That is making me laugh. We can all visualize a specific noun that's moving around if Luke is doing that, but it's the action. There's no noun there. That's a verb. Ça me fait rire. Yeah. We can use ceci and cela to differentiate between nouns, or ceci or cela, but it's a bit lazy French. So if you know the noun in question for the moment, for my purposes, could you think of the ones that we're going to talk about? What's the masculine one?
Celui.
What's the feminine one?
Cela.
This is my point. Right. Say for me, people. Right. Nathan, if I said with him, how would I say with him?
Avec lui.
How would I say with her?
Avec elle.
How would I say with them?
Avec eux.
How would I say with them? Feminine.
Avec elle.
Now add the CE, which I know in another life is a masculine thing, but just add the CE to all of those. What does Sutton Louis give me?
Celui.
What does Sutton L give me?
Seul.
What does Sutton O give me?
Ce.
And what does Sutton L give me?
Celle.
So those 4 people need something else with them, either a geographical locator, celui-ci, or celle-là. So don't confuse celle-là, C-E-L-L-E. I think I've got spinach in my teeth, literally. Don't confuse celle-là, C-E-L-L-E hyphen L-A with the accent, and cela, which is C-E-L-A. Those simple 3, ça, ceci, and cela, keep those out of it just for the moment. They can be ideas. They can on occasion be nouns, but we're not going to worry about those just for today. If you explicitly want to know all about them, watch a video called The C Word, which I think is a very funny title. So basically, right. So if I previously mentioned a noun, I'm safe to use those. I can't use those if I've not mentioned a noun or someone else doesn't know the noun that I'm on about. So for example, Roscoe, if I said, who is your favorite girl? Say for me, the one who works with me. Having mentioned the word girl, Roscoe, how would you say the one who works with me?
Celle qui travaille avec moi.
That's gorgeous. Because we are pointing and differentiating which girl? Celle. We're pointing. Notice that we still need to link our thing to a verb. Now, this is a relative pronoun, people, and this is what you need if you're going to be on the advanced grammar course. Let's talk about this. Claire likes wine. Claire aime le vin. We're quite comfortable to go from Claire into liking. We are quite comfortable to go from a person or a thing La table est whatever. Moins cher, less expensive. We're quite comfortable to go from a thing into a verb. When would we use a relative pronoun when we relate an object or a person to a verbal idea? We're relating it to the verbal idea. It's not doing the verbal idea, we're relating it. So if I say, for example, which man? The man who lives with Claire. Claire's like, that's news to me. Carol, which daughter? The one, which son? The one who's just had a baby. So we're relating a thing to something else. Now, if we go back to red, green, and blue earlier, we don't need to be using cell for that. We could be using, you know, la table que, la table qui, la table dont, la table à laquelle. We've already looked at different ways we can link a thing back to the verb. So we can quite happily link a pointy thing back to the verb in the same way. So let's do one each. So say for me, this is such an important thing. So say for me, Tom, the house that is opposite the church. How do you say the house that is opposite the church?
La maison qui est en...
Good. So Tom has correctly chosen qui. He could have said the house is opposite the church, which is not what we're giving him. La maison est en face de l'église. But he's gone with la maison qui. That's his relative pronoun choice there, because it's basically the house that is doing that verb, qui. Now, all I'm doing now is swapping the house for a substitute house. We'd all need to know that we were talking about houses. How would I say the one that's opposite the church? The one that's opposite the church. What gender is the word house?
Feminine.
So what were my pointy words when I had the genders and the singularities, pluralities? So what's the feminine one?
Celle.
That's it. So say for me the one that's opposite the church.
Celle qui est en face de l'église.
Lovely. De l'église. So notice we had a pointy word, celle. We had a joiny word, qui. We could have had que. We could have had dans. We could have had à laquelle. The one I'm thinking of, celle à laquelle je pense. Je pense à l'église. So je pense à la maison à laquelle je pense. I need the house. J'ai besoin de. I'm talking about the house. Je parle de la maison dont je parle. The house I know. Je connais la maison que je connais, celle que je connais. Yeah, we could swap la maison for celle. There's absolutely no problem there. If I said, so that is pointy word, celle, celui, ce, celle. Linking word, qui, que, dont, à laquelle, auquel, whatever, then the verb. And by verb, it's normally a subject doing a verb. The one that Carol bought, okay? If you have, for example, ce qui, ce que, ce dont, ce à quoi, what in general is our go-to word, Nathan, for when I'm translating ce qui, ce que, ce dont? So if I said, j'aime ce que tu portes, I like blank you're wearing. What am I saying? I like
what?
That's right. So the best way to think about it, it's not exclusively going to be this, is a non-interrogative what, a non-question what. You'll notice we had it earlier in our 5 in each group. Yeah? What are you wearing? Qu'est-ce que tu portes? I like what you're wearing. J'aime ce que tu portes. That kind of thing, all right? Those ce qui, ce que, ce dont, ce à quoi, those are both your pointy thing and your linky thing together. You are both indicating a thing and linking it to the verb together. I like what you are wearing is taking I like that thing that you are wearing. It's doing me a point and a link. But it's not as powerful as the one that you're wearing because it cannot talk gender and it cannot talk plurality. So it doesn't always work. I'm looking at you and I'm saying, I like what you're wearing. I'm general. J'aime ce que tu portes. I like the one that you're wearing. So I was specifically on about a shirt. J'aime celle que tu portes. Different grammar. Tom's wearing a t-shirt. I like the one that he's wearing. J'aime celui qu'il porte. Qu'il porte. I like what he's wearing. General. J'aime ce qu'il porte. So do you see the difference between ce que and celui, qui, celle, qui, all of this kind of business? So just do a couple each on this and then we'll wrap it up. So let's start at the bottom and go in reverse. So Tom, say for me, I'm talking about the girl. Just say I'm talking about the girl.
Je parle sur la fille.
De.
Yeah, pardon.
parle de la
Je
fille,
parle
okay.
de la fille.
Good. You can say apropos de, but it's also on different other times for about, but just use de for this, right? So je parle de la fille. Can you please reverse that for me and say for me, I'm. By the way, I'm talking about her. Would be je parle d'elle. It wouldn't be j'en parle. We'd stick with on for that. I would stick with d'elle for that. Tom, could you please say for me, I'm talking. No, could you say for me the girl I'm talking about? So I'm not getting rid of the girl yet. I'm just twisting my dirt round, which when I twist a dirt round, if Roscoe gets that wrong again, I shall twist Roscoe around in a private place. So off you go. So say for me, I'm talking about the girl. Say for me the girl I'm talking about.
La fille dont je parle.
You guys in this group need to start saying Don faster. Oui, alors la fille dont je parle. Lovely. Could you say for me the one I'm talking about?
Celui dont je parle.
If I'm saying the one and I'm talking about a girl, I need to go to the feminine one. What
Celle
is the
dont je parle.
That's it. That's it. Plus the pronunciation would be celui were it masculine. All right. There are times in life I have gone with a young man rather than a young woman by choice myself, happily. But on this occasion, no. So say for me, I like to keep my membership in both camps. So say for me, celle dont je parle. So say for me, the girl you know is the one I'm talking about. The girl you know is the one I'm talking about.
La fille tu connais.
That's it. Sorry, I apologize. You're right. I was expecting something else. Yes. So la fille que tu connais, carry on.
La fille que tu connais est celle dont je parle.
Great. Roscoe, the girl I'm thinking of is the one you live with. The girl I'm thinking of is the one you live with.
La fille dont je pense.
Why do you all do this? Every single one of you does this. Don't you worry. Penser and parler start with which letter?
P.
Good. Why is that vile? J'en parle, je le parle, j'y pense, j'en pense, je le pense. They're all capable of everything. They're vile verbs, aren't they? Vile, poor you, boo-hoo. Say for me, I'm thinking about the girl. Say for me, I'm thinking about the girl. How would you say I'm thinking about the girl?
Je pense à la fille.
Well done. So notice, people, you all know this the correct way round. So if I've got je pense à la fille, which preposition is sitting in the middle there, Roscoe?
I.
No, that wasn't my question in this sentence. You've just heard je pense à la fille. Which preposition is sitting in the middle?
Oh, ah.
Thank you. E is a replacement. We ain't replacing. We're going to do what we did with don. We're going to switch it round. What do we do when we switch around? Any ideas? Most people have no ideas.
Do we make it a que?
No, because that's what the green does. Nobody gets this, but watch how you do this with, I bet you can do this with precision with a completely different preposition. Watch this take place. How do you say the boy I live with? The boy I live with. The boy with whom I live. How do you say that?
Le garçon avec qui?
So you knew to repeat the preposition with and to stick a fucking key on the end of it. How do you say the pen I write with? Pen is masculine. The pen with which I write. How did you say that? Le stylo
Le,
with which?
le stylo avec j'écris.
With what? With which? Avec le.
Oh, avec lequel?
Thank you. Let's say it was a fountain pen. La plume. Years ago, you said you're learning French. People used to say la plume de ma tante. It was just like this meme before memes were memes. How would you say the fountain pen I'm writing with? La plume avec, with which? Feminine with which? Avec.
La plume avec laquelle j'écris.
Great. So you might go, but Lukey, what's the difference between cell and laquelle? Because they're both referring to the pen. Laquelle is like an echo. The pen with which? Echoing it again. Okay. So in other words, you are pretty sure then that if it's a person, it's preposition plus the word key. And if it's an object, it's going to be the same preposition plus the word lequel, laquelle, lesquels masculine, lesquels feminine. Would you agree with that statement?
Mm-hmm.
Could you now swap that for son? Could you say to me, son without whom? Son qui, son lequel, son laquelle, son lesquels, son lesquels. Lesquels, guys, because we could spell it with the feminine way, the masculine way. So could you just say that for me? All five for me. Off you go. Son without whom?
Son.
Without whom? Son qui.
Son qui.
Without which masculine? Son.
Son lequel.
Without which feminine?
Son laquelle.
Good man. Without which plural? Good lad.
Son lesquels.
Without which plural feminine?
Son lesquels.
Good. Could you now do it for me with a pour? Pour. Carol, do it for me with a pour. For whom? Pour.
Pour qui?
For which masculine?
Auquel?
For which? Pour le.
Pour lequel?
That's it. Quel would need a noun after it. Pour quelle raison? Yeah. Pour lequel. For which feminine? Pour la.
Pour laquelle?
Which plural? For which?
Pour lesquels?
Finish it off. Feminine plural.
Pour lesquels?
Good. Carol, stay with you. Swap it to an a plus those same things. You've got a key for a person and then the four lequels. Yeah, that sounds like a group. The four lequels supporting the Spice Girls, who all five of whom are coming back for the coronation. I mean, that's a bit fucking shitty and low rent, isn't it? I thought we were supposed to have pomp and circumstance, not fucking if you want to be my lover. Anyway, lovely. So how would you say I'm just trying to work out where they'll go, where the ancestral gold state opening of Parliament coach is being converted into a cage in which we will lock the Markle. But an open top on so things can be thrown. So off you go. So if we've got political opinions of my own and my right to express. So if you've got to whom, what's to whom going to be?
À qui?
Do me the masculine. A and lequel are going to become?
À laquelle?
What are they going to become? A and lequel are going to become?
Ah, à laquelle? Oh, sorry. Auquel?
Good job. A and laquelle are they going to become something? They're going to stay something.
À laquelle?
What are A and lesquels going to become?
Auquel?
Right, and auquel again. So I'd like you all to repeat Auntie Lukey's 5-point star, which is also on OnlyFans. So could you basically say à qui, à laquelle, auquel, auquel, auquel? Put them in the à order. So à qui for anything human, à laquelle for anything singular and feminine, and then all the others are just pronounced auquel. Whether they are A-U-Q-U-E-L, A-U-Q-U-E-L-E-S, A-U-X-Q-U-L-E-S, or A-U-X-Q-U-E-L-L-E-S. So could you just say that for me, Carol? À qui, à
À
laquelle,
qui? À laquelle? Auquel? Auquel? Auquel?
Good. So we're going to go human, feminine, auquel 3 times. Claire Bear, let me hear you say it.
À qui? Auquel, auquel, auquel.
That's the normal order, but can you go à qui, à laquelle, auquel, auquel, auquel? So you get to hear the word à twice. You get à qui, à laquelle, auquel, auquel, auquel. Let me hear it, Claire.
À qui, à laquelle, auquel, auquel, auquel.
Good. Nathan, you'll go. 5-point star.
I'm sorry, I have to go. I've got an appointment.
That's right. That's right. Claire, will you watch the last 5 minutes of this when we're done? Because I'm finishing in 5. Because the whole point of all of this is about to come. So you promise me you watch the last. Just go to the last 5 minutes when I put it online. Yes.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Nathan,
Thank you.
Last five. So Nathan, could you please just give me the 5-point star?
À qui, à laquelle, auquel, auquel.
Tom.
À qui, à laquelle, auquel.
Nathan. Sorry, Roscoe.
À qui, à laquelle, auquel.
Right. So when we reverse an a, they are our options. We don't have a magic don. We have de qui, de laquelle, duquel, desquels, if the word were from anyway. So we have a 5-point star for de. So if I said to you, Roscoe, I'm thinking of the girl. Je pense à la fille. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah.
Is it a preposition à in the middle?
Yes.
If I'm reversing an a, what's the first option of any of my reversals? Is she human?
Yes.
She's not blow up. She's not plastic. Put her back in the drawer. She's human. Okay. So in other words, the girl I'm thinking of will be what, Roscoe? La fille?
La fille à qui, je pense.
Thank you. All right. If I said I'm signing up to the club, s'inscrire à le club, au club, to the club, club being masculine. How would you say the club to which I'm signing up? Masculine. Where on my 5-point star is the masculine? Non-human.
It would be auquel.
Thank you, because if you don't say fucking auquel. Lovely. Good. So say for me the club I'm signing up to.
Le club auquel je m'inscris.
Lovely. That's how the 5-point star works. So how would I say the one pointy word I'm thinking of if I was talking about a feminine human? The one I'm thinking of if I was talking about a feminine human, Roscoe.
Celle à qui je pense.
There you go. Can't Lukey teach? Now say for me, the one I'm thinking of if I was thinking about a feminine, non-human, singular. The page I'm thinking of. The one I'm thinking of. Go on.
Celle à laquelle je pense.
Thank you. All right. That is how it works. If it's I know what you're thinking of, which is more bland, je sais ce à quoi. That's one of my what ones, isn't it? Ce qui, ce que, ce dont, ce à quoi. That's bland. Yeah, that's what generally, not specific gender. All right. So we'll talk more about that. So in other words, it's understanding the difference between celui, celle, ce, and celle, qui, que, dont, à qui, auquel, à laquelle, auquel, or de qui, duquel, de laquelle, desquels, desquels. I mean, it's the most obvious if it's with any other preposition. The guy I can't live without. Sans qui, no names. Sans qui, sans lequel, sans laquelle, sans lesquels, sans lesquels, sans lesquels. You're never going to be able to use lequel, laquelle, lesquels for human beings after one of these prepositions. On their own, last sentence of the day, on their own, of course you can use lequel, laquelle for human beings. The girl over there is Claire's daughter, Emma. Which one? Laquelle. You can say laquelle to talk about a human being. Of course you can, as long as it's just that word. The minute you need it with a preposition, ladies, you need to start saying like qui. All right. So we will do more of this, go over this. Recommended video viewing is the C word, and then basically type in logic language learning. You know how it works. Any word you have to look up, type in logic language learning or one word space CE and see what comes up. If there's like ce qui, ce que, that would be quite good watching as well. And then there might be a really good one. I think there's a really good video which is called something like the difference between ce qui and celui qui, or ce que and celui que. There's some video like that. But basically, it's just about pointy word, linky word, or double pointy linky word. Yeah. And also to just get really strong on your 5-point stars. Yeah. There are so many verbs, as you know, ABC verbs. Carol's done them to death. S'inscrire à, s'abonner à, s'intéresser à. Carol's interested in the language. Carole s'intéresse à la langue. Feminine, non-human. The language Carol's interested in, la langue à laquelle, off the 5-point star, Carole s'intéresse. All right? All these verbs that are ABCers, when you reverse them, they're not always going to be DOMs. They might be, there might be other prepositions like the are or something. Good. I hope it was useful. You know how much to send me on coffee. Guys, if you've watched the video, you're not part of the group, by all means, there'll be a link attached underneath where you can purchase me a coffee. I'd be very, very grateful. If anybody's interested in the podcast, they are available. Please email me. Good. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you guys next week. Well done, well done, well done. Good effort. Good.
Thanks, Luke.